In the early 2010s, the Tor network combined with early Bitcoin to create an ecosystem of total anonymity. This infrastructure allowed for a global marketplace of illicit trade where every user remained hidden. To police this new digital frontier, the government assembled the Marco Polo Task Force, pulling in veterans from the DEA and Secret Service, all sharing a single objective: tear down the Silk Road and capture its anonymous mastermind, Dread Pirate Roberts. They finally caught a break during a controlled delivery sting operation. Agents busted a 47-year-old man named Curtis Green after over 1 kilogram of cocaine was delivered to his Utah home. The arrest revealed that Green worked as a high-level moderator for the Silk Road, providing a direct link to the site's inner administration. At this stage, law enforcement struggled with the technical layers of the dark web. They viewed the network as a technological barrier, not yet realizing that these same digital walls could provide cover for their own corruption. Desperate to avoid a massive prison sentence, Green sat down in a Salt Lake City Marriott hotel room and agreed to tell the agents everything he knew. The agents quickly realized Green possessed a level of access that could dismantle the system from within. His administrative account allowed him to bypass security, reset passwords, and redirect hundreds of thousands of dollars in vendor Bitcoin. This level of absolute control sat squarely in front of Secret Service agent Sean Bridges. As an expert in computer forensics, he saw exactly how easily these administrative tools could be exploited without oversight. The total secrecy of the Tor network protected the cartels and vendors running the Silk Road. But that exact same veil of anonymity provided the perfect cover for federal investigators to commit crimes themselves. Bridges quietly logged into Green's administrator account. In a matter of minutes, he reset the passwords of several Silk Road vendors and drained 20,000 Bitcoin, a haul worth roughly $350,000 at the time. This shows exactly how Bridges executed the digital robbery. He rapidly funneled the stolen currency out of the unsuspecting vendors' accounts and consolidated all of it into a single unmarked private wallet. To obscure his tracks, he fractured the stolen funds. He bounced the Bitcoin rapidly across dozens of digital intermediary wallets to create a chaotic financial web, ultimately parking the loot in a Japanese crypto exchange called Mt. Gox. Dread Pirate Roberts immediately noticed the missing funds and blamed his newly arrested moderator, Curtis Green. Seeking revenge, the Silk Road boss reached out to an underworld contact named Knob and ordered a hit on Green. What the drug boss didn't know was that Knob was actually undercover DEA agent Carl Force. To keep the operation moving and to cover up his partner's theft, Force dragged Green into a hotel bathroom and staged a brutal, fake drowning. Force snapped photos of Green playing dead in a puddle of Campbell's soup and sent the photographic proof to his target. Dread Pirate Roberts happily paid out an $80,000 bounty for the fake assassination. Federal agents were now utilizing government resources and authorized sting operations to commit contract fraud and digital robbery on the exact platform they were hired to dismantle. Getting away with a fake murder emboldened Agent Force. He realized he could exploit his undercover status with zero oversight from his superiors, leading him to go completely rogue. He spun up multiple unauthorized digital personas. Playing a corrupt official named Kevin, he sold insider details about the ongoing Silk Road investigation. Disguised as Frenchmate, he peddled fake leaks for hundreds of thousands of dollars in crypto. Pushing his luck even further, Force created an alias called Death from Above and directly blackmailed the Silk Road boss, demanding $250,000 to keep his real identity a secret. Shielded by the dark web, Force's real-world ethics dissolved. His identity fractured until he was operating as an autonomous digital cartel boss rather than a federal agent. The corrupt operation hit a brick wall when a completely separate FBI task force beat the Baltimore team to the punch. They arrested Ross Ulbricht, the man behind Dread Pirate Roberts, in a San Francisco public library. The FBI agents snatched Ulbricht's laptop while he was still logged in. They seized the live Silk Road servers and confiscated a massive cold wallet holding 144,000 Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Force was making sloppy, real-world financial moves. He aggressively tried to liquidate his funds, triggering major anti-money laundering flags at various crypto exchanges. In a final, brazen abuse of power, he used his official DEA status to instruct a crypto exchange to freeze a user's account. He then secretly routed $300,000 of those seized funds straight into his personal wallet. Force and Bridges were experts at navigating the digital anonymity of the Tor network. Where they failed was understanding how traditional banking surveillance systems operate the moment cryptocurrency is converted into actual currency. The investigation into the rogue agents fell to IRS Special Agent Tegron Kambarian. He shifted the focus away from traditional undercover police work and straight into forensic blockchain accounting. Bitcoin is an immutable public ledger where transactions are permanently recorded. By combining blockchain data with seized Silkroad servers, investigators cross-referenced anonymous wallets with user profiles, tracking the 20,000 stolen Bitcoin directly to Force and Bridges bank accounts. Both agents were arrested, convicted, and sentenced to federal prison. Curtis Green, the informant they framed and tortured, was released with time served. Force and Bridges thought they were operating in total darkness. Instead, the very technology they relied on to remain invisible was actively building a permanent, mathematical, and unerasable confession of their crimes.